I said, no, my doubting demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today.
Yes, friends, and this is your moment to be amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. You got a ring of the victory bell for being here and being amazing. And you know who else is also amazing? My next guest. Let me introduce you to the amazing Francine Juhlin. She is a transformational expert with 30 years of experience, count them up, 3-0, as an aircraft electrician in the military and in government sectors. After overcoming a health and life challenges, she now empowers others through her expertise in change management, guiding individuals to unlock personal growth and self-discovery. With advanced degrees in business management, organizational change, Francine draws on her unique background to inspire audiences to break free from limiting beliefs. Ooh, I like that. So she's also a children's book author dedicated to building confidence in children through children's programs. She lives in Florida and is passionate about helping others embrace transformation and thrive. So without any further delay, let's welcome the one, the only, the person who walked to school uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot, Francine Juhlin. Welcome, Francine. How you feeling today?
Awesome. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. And audience, if you want to feel fantastic, click the link down below so you can leave comments during the live. So, Francine, I mean, we met not too long ago, and I remember speaking with you about the kind of stuff that you do. I was just fascinated to think. I can't even imagine what it was like, um, you know, go, you know, being an electrical engineer in the military in a very male-dominated field. I mean, tell me a little bit about what was it like? I mean, and why did you get into that field?
Because I'm strange.
I'm eclectic, so you're in good company.
Eclectic, strange, same difference. I like doing weird things. In 5th grade, my parents decided to allow me to be in the band. And when it came time to choose my musical instrument, can you guess what I chose?
I don't know. What'd you pick?
I'm strange. I chose a tuba.
You just
I chose a tuba.
Nice.
I played the tuba from 5th grade until my freshman year of college. So I've always liked the unusual. I always wanted to be not outside of the box, but kick that box out of the picture.
You know what's funny? You know what else reminds me of boxes? Don't forget, Unbox Me today. You know, coming soon to a store near you. All right, so Francine, tell me a little bit about what led to your first book, because I know you've now written several books. Tell me why did you want to start your first one?
Well, the first one started when I was going through this identity crisis, when it was time to retire.
Right.
I was an aircraft electrician my whole life. That was my whole identity. Not only aircraft electrician, but female aircraft electrician. Now, how do you follow that? What follows that? It's like when you hear this great speaker and realize you have to follow that speaker. How do you follow something as exciting as going on an aircraft carrier, spending time in Iraq, and just all this cool, unusual stuff I did in my career? How do you follow that? And going through all of this turmoil, I ended up gaining 100 pounds, getting unhealthy, and almost my liver was shutting down. I was really in serious trouble, and I knew I needed to change. And I also knew that I did not want to be in the corporate world. When I was no longer able to fix airplanes, they gave me this desk job in security. And that's where I discovered this girl does not belong behind a desk.
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to
And I know what
create,
that's like.
I had to create my next chapter.
Yeah.
So I hired a business coach and I hired a holistic health coach because I was on the path to um, destruction because I
Yeah.
was not dealing with stress properly. I wasn't managing my stress. I wasn't eating right. I was using food to comfort myself, which if you use unhealthy food to comfort yourself, you're going to get unhealthy, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the business coach told me take what you already know
Yep.
and use that. You could be a coach.
Mm-hmm.
There's a plethora of stuff that you could do with information you already know.
Right. And so now this segues into my next question for you was that so you wrote holistic books to start to help people to gain um you know like to gain control of their health. So how did that lead you
No,
into writing?
that's not what my
No?
book was about. No,
Okay, so holistic health and
no,
public speaking.
no.
Okay.
It was on change management.
It was on change management.
It
Okay.
was I had to get healthy. My book was on change management,
Mm-hmm.
which is the process I went through to get healthy. I created changes in my life, in
Mm-hmm.
my mindset to get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So the 6-step process of personal change is really a mindset growth change process that
Okay.
people use to get healthy.
Okay. So then how did that lead into children's books?
Nobody wanted to read the first book because it kind of read like my dissertation did. It was dry,
Yeah.
boring, it was academic.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
as
I
I
get it.
progressed in my change, I connected with my inner child.
Mm-hmm.
And this creativity started flowing out of me. And I
Mm-hmm.
got this idea to change this first book about my 6-step process of personal change. And I turned it into a fairy tale.
Right. Oh, I like it.
And it
That
was
sounds
supposed to be,
fun.
yeah, it was. It was supposed to be for young adults, but my
Yeah.
readers were between the ages of 8 and 80.
Right.
And then I started getting the encouragement to start doing it for kids because people started telling me kids need to learn this.
Mm-hmm.
And with that came my new mission in life to help parents raise strong and confident kids today so we don't have to fix
Mm-hmm.
broken adults later.
I love it. I love it. That's just beautiful. Please give us some likes and some hearts so that we know that you got some impact out there. Plus, if you're on the live, you thrive. On the replay, you get to play again. Um, now, Francine, you have a gift that you want to share with everybody. I'm going to share that down below. Can you please tell us what it is that they're going to get when they click on that link?
Yes, that is my newsletter.
Uh-huh.
And it's about all the different things I do. There will be children's book authors
Uh-huh.
spotlighted with their books. There will be activities for the kids. There will be a list of all of the events I will be at. So you could come see Princess Francie in costume. And I haven't even mentioned it yet, but Princess Francie and Sparkle Feathers are the characters in the children's book, and they
Nice.
help children through these changes, these life changes. And when I go out to events, I dress up
Yeah.
as Princess Francie. So
Oh, wow.
there'll
It sounds
be,
like a cosplay for you. That's awesome.
yes, yes. And I, I don't just read from my book. I immerse the kids in the story. I
Yep.
get down on the ground and I crawl with them. My character wears a tail, so we shake our tails.
You know what's funny? I have I several years ago I got into a group where we started. Once I got kind of like some like a notoriety as a grandmaster, um, a group. I got into a movie, and then the movie was so successful, they made a comic book collector series based off it. So we just finished up issue 6. So we, the real masters in the martial arts, are the main characters. in the story, and
Oh,
it's
that
called
sounds cool.
it's called the March List. I have like a bunch over here you can't even see back there behind me, and I just think it's fun where you kind of show by example within the own story, what you're doing. Now, tell me a little bit about like what is your mission for your children's program? Because I know that now you have children's books. So what do you want to do with that?
I developed the Confidence Club for Kids, and it's an
Oh,
online program.
uh-huh.
And my science brain thinks that science will help kids, number one, ground themselves in the world, because
Yeah.
that's what science is. So there are videos about the moon. There
Right.
are videos about plants. There are videos about
Mhm.
under the sea and other animal habitats.
Nice.
So the kids could feel like they're part of the universe.
Yep. Yep.
There's guided meditations, because the first book is an introduction to meditation for children. Sparkle Feathers helps Princess Francine meditate and clear her mind when she's feeling self-confident about a scar on her lip.
Right.
And there's also networking for kids, Playdate with Princess Francine. It's an online group meeting where the
Yep.
kids get together and network and find out that they're different in a lot of ways, and we celebrate the differences, but they're the same in a lot of ways too.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Francine. That's been really fun. I want to shift gears and get into what I call the softer side of series, our speed around, get to know you as a person, because people don't join a business, they join a person. So, in a few short words, tell us, what is your favorite movie?
Dirty Dancing.
Oh, I love that. Great movie. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
That's right. And I'm a dancer too.
I am a wannabe dancer, so I'm right there with you. One day I will convince my wife to take ballroom class with me, and we'll have a lot of fun. What about what is your favorite book? Something that's inspired you?
Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, the classic by Napoleon Hill. Love it,
Yeah.
love it. And by the way, I started that with my son this summer. He has to read one personal development book every month. Give me a short one-page summary of the whole book, and I pay him $20. Best money I'm going to spend. And he doesn't realize it yet. I'm training him to become a huge success. I wish someone did that for me at his age. He's only 15, right? And next year, I'm going to make my daughter start. What about favorite kind of music? What's your jam?
That depends on what I'm doing. I told you I'm a dancer.
Yep.
I'm a belly dancer, so of course I like Middle Eastern music, but my dance teacher is very eclectic, so we do a little hip hop, we do a little Latin influence. So
yeah,
I'll say my favorite music is something that has a good beat and easy to dance to.
I like it. Something with good beat, and we can move to it. I like it. Woohoo! That's right. Here in the VMA, here in the Unbox Me Today show, we are just unboxing personalities and dancers all over the place. So, tell me a little bit more before we get off track. Do you have a favorite quote, someone that inspires you and can help others?
I have a hard time remembering who says what.
Okay, that's all right.
But the quote I love is believe, trust, and allow. And I think I don't remember who said it.
Okay.
And it might have even been Abraham Hicks, but
Okay.
or that it could have come from Think and Grow Rich. Believe that you can,
Yep.
trust that you can, and allow it to come to you.
Got it. I say something similar to my clients. I always say at the end of all of our shows and our trainings, I always say, this is Coach Raja, believe it and become it. And for me, it really kind of embodies my journey, is that I had to also break my own self-limiting beliefs, break out of my box of fear. And as soon as I did that, as soon as I believed I could, everything started happening. So you become and you start to manifest. And so I think some people stay away from the woo side of things. I always say, the woo side of things, all that means is it's just frequencies, it's just music, it's just harmonic vibrations aligning all of us together. And by the way, once I got my grand piano, you can hear when notes play together, you hear they reinforce each other. You have something called overtones. And that's the frequency that you want to work at. Oh, it's I get chills every time I think about that. What about what is your favorite kind of food? I always find this a fun question.
Well, it used to be very different when I was eating the junk that made me sick.
Yeah.
Now, my favorite food is healthy food.
I love it. Yes.
Healthy, just mostly organic, things with
Yep.
one ingredient in it.
Yes. I gotta tell you, me and my wife have been trying to push with the kids, and now with me too. I love it. We always try to eat steamed broccoli a couple times a week, several times a week. It's so good for you. And all I need is a tiny bit of salt. Oh, it's all you need.
Oh, little olive oil. Little olive oil.
Oh, olive oil. Oh, I haven't tried that. I'll have to try that. That sounds good. Okay. So, Francine, so before we shift gears again, I want to ask you just one more question. Like, what do you want people to recall about you?
That I'm fun. That I'm fun. We need to have more fun. That is why we are on this earth, to have fun and create stuff.
I love it. I love it. All right, Francine, thank you so much. So you said you wanted healthy foods. All right, listen. Hello, Whole Foods. Yeah, listen. I need a pallet of fresh veggies, all single colors. All right, separate them by color and put them in the green room with a whole bottle of ranch and bottle of salt. Okay, how about some Old Bay seasoning too? All right, good. So that's my totally real call to the green room. I have my own chef on staff. So we're going to send you the green room with some food, and see you shortly. Because right now our next segment is Francine. First of all, I want to say thank you again. We have now our 60-second mind shift. So without any further delay, imagine if you're able to change anything in your life. Well, how would you do it? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's not with a bang. It's with a whimper, but sometimes it's with a splash. When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end. All right, folks. So in today's 60-second mind shift, I want to ask you something. Did you know that as you get older, medicine becomes your food? Truly. Because a lot of us didn't take care of us. We're all guilty of it. It's okay, to be honest. But you know what? Sometimes food can become your medicine. And I've learned as I've gotten older. Last year, I lost 48 pounds. How did I do that? Here's the first thing I did. I stopped dieting. I stopped following the fads and started seeing what actually worked. What actually worked for me? How did I train as a world-class martial artist? How did I become a elite athlete? And I started to go back to the simpler things. You know what? I ate a lot of food when I was younger, but you know what though? It was smaller portions, and I drank a lot more water, and I got more sleep because actually I exercised, and that means when I got to bed, my head hit the pillow, boom, I was out like a light. So here is what I say the four corners of health for you that you should start thinking about in order for you to take control of your life and your health going forward, so that medicine is no longer your food, but instead your food becomes the medicine which sustains your life. Number one, hydrate like crazy. Yes, I drink 100 ounces of water a day. So here's a simple formula. Take your weight in pounds, divide it in half. That's how much water you need to drink every single day. Right? So if you weigh 100 pounds, drink 50 ounces of water or more per day. If you weigh 250, drink 125. If you weigh less, drink accordingly, right? And what you'll find is that when your body's able to flush out toxins easier, you will actually be able to break down fat easier. Because when you're dehydrated, your body holds on to fat because it's in a heightened state of fear. It will not release fat that way. Second thing is eat more whole foods, less processed foods. anything with vegetables, anything without preservatives in it, any chance you get, yes, sometimes it may cost more. It's okay. But rather than you spending $300 a month on prescription meds as you get older, why not put it instead to good food, right? Remember, food is the medicine. Next thing is strength training. A lot of people forget that your body, as you age, you tend to, especially over the age of 50, you lose 1% muscle mass per year. So I was just talking to this with my father, who just turned 80. Now he's having a hard time walking up steps. He says, oh, it used to be easy. Like, I didn't even hold the handrail. I said, yeah, Dad, well, every year you lose 1% muscle mass unless you train it. So strength training will not make you look like a bodybuilder on the cover of a muscle magazine. It will just help you live a healthier life. So do your strength training. It also evens out blood sugar in your blood and acts as an insulin sink. And last thing is this: people don't do this enough, especially here. I found in the US, get your sleep. Get your sleep. People wear it as a badge of honor. Oh, I only got five hours of sleep last night. What's that prove? Doesn't prove anything. Get your rest. Get your 7-8 hours. Most people on average need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Figure out where you function the best, and because you're hydrating, you're doing your strength training, you're eating whole foods, and you're getting enough rest. I would actually even add a bonus here: flexibility. Make sure you stretch. That's why yoga classes become so popular, and Tai Chi. So please make sure you do all those things so that way you can live your healthiest and best life. Now, let's bring back Francine. Let's see if she saved me any food. Francine, did you save me any food?
Yes, there's plenty left.
Oh, beautiful. You're only a few guests that did. Everybody else eats everything. So Francine, what did you think about that 60-second mind shift, and what would you add to it?
I think everything you said is right on target. That you don't have to diet, and the diet industry is feeding you with a bunch of falsehoods. Yeah. I know I was on every crazy diet when I was 7 or 8 years old. My aunts told me, you'd be such a pretty girl if you just lost some weight. And that stuck with me. That gave me the mindset that if I could just lose 20 pounds, I'd be happy. And I lost 100 pounds and I still wasn't happy.
Yeah, so but it wasn't about the weight.
No, the key is to figure out what the root cause of the weight is. And it's
usually it's emotional.
Not usually, all the time it is emotional.
Yeah. I mean, I won't contradict you. For me, it was trauma, car accident, and I had injuries and things like that. So
that's emotional.
That was a contributing factor for me. That's how I gained 75 pounds back in 2018. It was horrible. So I get it. So Francine, thank you so much for being here. We are near the end of our time. I got to say, this has been a lot of fun with you. So I'm going to put your link down below again. Make sure that people, if you have not clicked on it yet, make sure you grab Francine's gift. It will be in the post in the show notes. It'll be in a banner on YouTube. Here, there. You'll find it. You're a smart audience. I believe in all of you. And Francine, last question for you for the day here. So if someone gave you a blank check, what would be your grand vision to change the world? My
goal is to start the Sparkle Feathers Foundation, where I could bring these children's programs to more kids around the world. I love it. If you get this newsletter, every time I put a newsletter out, there is some activity for the kids. There is some tidbit of information. There is some free gift for you. So you're not just getting one free gift. You will get a gift in your inbox every time a new newsletter comes out. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. All right, folks, there it is. There's that link down below. Make sure you grab that. And don't forget also, in the spirit of giving, there's also, this year, we are working on trying to build up the Invisible Disabilities Empowerment Association, or in other words, what's the big idea? So that is my nonprofit 501(c)(3). We are going to get launched this year. So fingers crossed, and let's get the Kickstarter and the fundraising going, and get that, and let's start to shine a light on people's blind spots. Okay, folks, thank you so much for being here, Francine. You've been amazing. Thank you so much. And
This is Coach Raja. As always, don't fake it to make it. Instead, believe it and become it. And we'll see everybody on the next show. Have a fantastic night, everybody. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, Francine. So 3 quick questions for you.
Saying we're still live.
Yeah, I know. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So 3 quick questions for you, and then we're out of here. First question. Why did you want to come on the show today? What do you want to accomplish?
Oh, because I enjoyed our conversation together, and
Yep.
I just wanted to do it again. And if we're doing it for an audience, more better.
Even better. I love it. Thank you. What was your biggest takeaway from the show today? Any part of the show?
My biggest takeaway
Yeah.
is that so many people have gone through similar experiences I have, which tells me there's so many more people out there who are at the beginning of their journey who we can help.
I love it. Thank you. And last question, would you recommend me to somebody else's stage?
Absolutely, especially that singing you did at the beginning.
I love it. Yeah. Well, I am the funny singing scientist. So any place you want to lighten up the mood and talk about invisible disabilities, the ROI of invisible disabilities, I'm the guy. All right. Thank you so much, Francine. This has been fantastic. The podcast crew knows what to do from here, and we